We all get a brief window of opportunity on this planet. And while you're catching up on sleep this morning, consider this. There's a snail out there, right now, risking everything to cross the largest desert of a sidewalk it's ever seen. Why? Because it beats hiding in its shell at home? Or maybe it was inspired by every snail that ever successfully reached the other side. I don't know. I'm not really sure what motivates a mollusk, but I do know this. No snail has any idea what's on the other side of that sidewalk. All they know is that they have a shell that can be cracked. And maybe not the best reaction time in the animal kingdom. But still they go. On the off chance they might actually connect with something greater than themselves. Maybe become one of those snails that inspires another snail. Now you may say this is dumb. Snails don't surf. Well, neither did any of us. Until we did.
Hey everybody, Christopher Odd here, and welcome to a game that you've probably heard of. It's called No Man's Sky. This is a game that's been on so many people's radars for such a long time, and admittedly, I haven't been that close to it. I only started really looking into it recently, and I do plan to play this on the PC when it releases in a couple of days. But I actually got the PS4 copy in the mail from Sony and Hello Games. So that was a pleasant surprise. So I thought we could do a couple of videos to check out what No Man's Sky is all about, and then maybe do a fully featured playthrough on the PC starting in a couple of days. No Man's Sky's going to be a different experience for everybody. All of the planets and galaxies and worlds are all procedurally generated. All the creatures are procedurally generated. You can rename things, and maybe other people will find those at some point. Although the chances of that are pretty slim, apparently. But for me, I'm going to be going through some of the story stuff in No Man's Sky, whatever it is that we can find. But there will be a lot of exploring and a lot of just... It'll be pretty relaxed. I don't plan to take it super seriously. And I think it's going to be just fun to explore and find things and rename them and kind of inhabit these different planets and systems. It's going to be, I think, a pretty cool experience. So, without further ado, let's begin.
Commencing Atlas System Suit Initialization. Life support systems activated. Shield kinetic system online. Scanner damaged. Repair required. Aerial propulsion jetpack online. Multi-tool and mining laser attachment operational. User initialization sequence complete.
Here we go. Planet Amzeichner Nodohad in the Euclid Galaxy. So as I mentioned, I jumped in to kind of experiment with the controls and renaming things and such. I've restarted, I think, 3 times to try things out, and every single time it's been completely different. Now, I've got a fire thing going on the bottom left. I don't even know what that is. That's new. Probably not good for me. But hopefully it explains what's happening there. Might be because of the temperature. Like, it's 50 degrees Celsius here. And that could cause some problems. So, this is our ship that's crashed. We have to repair this to get off of this planet. I don't know that I want... Well, I'm going to have to, because it looks like the heat is going to melt us. But let's follow the instructions for now, and then we'll go off exploring and try to repair this thing. So the launch thruster is critically damaged. Vital launch and landing gear system. The user is advised that plutonium is required to recharge the thruster. Launch procedures require sufficient fuel levels before activation. And then you've got the controls for how to do that. In order to repair it, we need these carite sheets or carite sheets, which we can craft in our inventory slots. We also have to repair not just our ship, but there's a couple of other things. If you look at our multi-tool, this has a few things built into it. We can use it for mining, which is great. We have to kind of keep charging it with different elements to be able to mine constantly. Then we also have inside our multi-tool here a scanner that we need to repair with carbon, and then we have an analysis visor, which we will use for tagging different creatures and other things that we might run into. We need iron to fix that. We get iron from things like rocks. We get carbon from living things. This is our starship. Here's the pulse engine that we need to repair before we can take off, and the launch thruster as mentioned. We need to craft these carite sheets with iron. We have the cannons and stuff that we can use to shoot when we're actually flying. But for now, we have to get out of here. So it looks like once we enter the ship, we're protected from the elements. So I wonder if we're gonna have like shade or something to hide in, because I don't know what happens with that fire. I've never seen that, and that concerns me. So we're getting plutonium in here, which is great. A Korvax convergence cube. What is that? It's a device used by the Korvax for the storage of historical and cultural information. Total value, 27,500 units. Okay.